Hey, what's up, everybody? It's 2nd of February, Thursday, and today we've had one probably the worst trade of my career because an accidental trade, if you will, $300,000 worth of trade, and it didn't go my way. So I'm sat here kind of rethinking and reevaluating my life as a trader, thinking, is this really for me? Stressful? It's lonely. It's just not. I'm thinking it's just not worth the hassle. Psych. No, seriously, I really have had a bad experience today. So this is another reason why every month up until this last couple of months, I've been taking my profits out at the end of each month and starting each month with 30,000 in the account. I didn't do that for the last couple of months, and I've been trading with a large account, huge cash value on the account, and as a result, today I made what can only be classed as the blunder of all blunders, the boo-boo of all boo-boos, with baby. Bed Bath and Beyond. I was looking for. I just switched to Bed Bath and Beyond on the platform, looking at the charts, going through, and I went over and I clicked to look at something else. And as I clicked, I must have clicked the buy 90% of buying power, so about over 100,000 shares of Bed Bath and Beyond, as it was in a downtrend. So I was buying into a position, a huge position on Bed Bath and Beyond that I didn't want, as it was selling off and I was going long. And huge position. So unfortunately, I lost money on that. I thought for a second, because it was at a support level, so I was fortunate enough that whilst it was downtrending, it wasn't downtrending to a huge amount. Now, typically, I took a huge size, but the needle didn't really move that much on the price action. In fact, it went against me. So I had to be strategic in exiting that position that I didn't want to be in. Because if I just went and tried to sell 100,000 shares, the price would probably capitulate by what, 20, 30, 40 cents or something. And as a result of that, I get massive slippage, and I end up with a huge loss to the tune of about, $15, $20, $25,000. So I had to strategically scale out kind of 5,000, 10,000, 5,000, 10,000, whenever there was enough liquidity in the market to get out. As it was starting to make its move on the uptick, I would take a exit and sell off some of the shares and sell off a bit more. So I ended up, I had to take a hit, a $5,500 hit on that particular, and that was, we'd already, at that moment in time, we're already down a little bit on the day. Just a very poor mistake, and I realized what could happen if I'm not paying attention and I'm too quick with the mouse on my hot buttons. So I've rearranged my montage and I've moved my hot buttons away from where they can be hit, particularly that particular one. I've moved my hot buttons from where it can be hit accidentally. So I've put my level 2 at the top, I've put my hot buttons in the middle, and the level 1 and the buying at the bottom. And so I'm just rearranging my montage so that can't happen. So the worst part of that, I mean, $5,000, if you're regular to the channel, you think, Tony, it's $5,000 for you, that's nothing. I mean, it's blasé about it, but $5,000 is less than my daily goal. So you think a $5,000 drawdown, and basically it's going to take me tomorrow. If I just lock my montage, which I probably could have done, it's going to take me till tomorrow to recover that. So I went away, walked away, slightly green on the day. Actually, I took a trade, and we took a trade with Lucy, which got us green on the day. And Lucy was the ticker, so it's innovative eyewear. And this just went absolutely mental. So I'll show you this trade actually. I'll tack this trade on the back of this. So whilst I was streaming live, I was able to get back green despite being heavily down. I was able to get back green on the day to the tune of about $1,700. And I finished the session, my first session before I took the dog for a walk. I was a couple of thousand up. And I just wasn't feeling it. What had actually happened as a result of taking an accidental trade, a huge size accidental trade, it screwed with my head. Now, taking a big size, is it 100,000 shares? I've been in bigger size. I have been in bigger size. I've had bigger positions. I've had bigger losses. So what's the big deal? It's just the unexpected trade. It's the unexpected trade that I didn't want. And getting into a big trade for big size that you want to get in, if it goes against you, that's your own fault. You deal with it. That's fine. If you take a big loss on a trade that you wanted to get in, you deliberately got in, again, that's your own fault. That's something that you have to deal with in terms of your trade management and psychological aspects of day trading and losing. But today, it just threw me right off mentally. I just couldn't focus after that because my heart was racing, and it continued to race throughout the rest of the session. I'm kind of snapping at trades, jumping in, jumping out, and I'm thinking this is just not right. I'm not right. So a couple of times I had to walk away from the desk, come back. What actually got me right again was I went and took the dog for a walk, as I like to do, cleared my head, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to trade the small account. Worst case scenario is I blow up the small account, I've lost 5K because I'm not trading very well. My head wasn't at it, but one of the guys in the Discord shouted out for the ticker was Vino, and the company was actually the Gaucho Group. The Gaucho Group, they announced just after lunchtime, they announced that they'd been granted a huge, 44 million enterprise equity credit. And as a result of that announcement, it just went wild. So I thought, okay, I'm going to trade it, but I'm going to trade it on a small account. It's a small. It was a small price. It was, a couple of dollars, couple of dollar price. I had a 5,500, so I thought I'll take 1,000 shares. And then I went up to 1,500 shares. I went up to 2,000 shares. And as it moved up, I was taking profits, and I managed to get about $600 up on the small account. And I thought, do you know what? I'm missing out here. And FOMO took over. So I switched over to the main account, and I took a position, and I managed to get $10,000 out of it. So finishing the day, $13,000 up, just over $13,000, which is more than twice goal. So it's a really good day. It's a fantastic green day, but I'm still not mentally. I'm still not. So I'll probably be trading tomorrow, but I'm going to trade small size. I might just trade in the small account all day tomorrow, and just take a break off the main account. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. We'll see what the market's like. But that could be one way to kind of settle me down, size down a bit, regroup, fix my head. Good green day. It really is a good green day. So I can't complain about what we've actually achieved. If I look at let's take a look at what we actually traded today, shall we? So we traded Genius Group. This was the first thing that we traded today, and we traded it pre-market. We got in here. So if you look at Genius Group, you see it made this big move. And then we got this double bottom. So I got in for the break of the VWAP here, and managed to get this move up, and then take some profits up at the top here. It did pull all the way back down, so I got in for a VWAP bounce, re-entered for a VWAP bounce, and managed to take some profits. It went up, but then didn't sustain, and then as it pulled back, I pretty much got out there with the Genius Group. So we took some. That was our early profits on Genius Group, and then we took a bit of a hit on this at the open. So as this moved up, we got in as we broke 750, the $0.50, and then it just pulled back. And as it brought the VWAP to the downside, we cut that for a small loss. So we were over $1,000 up on Genius Group, and then we finished at 775. So then we traded Kavana, and Kavana didn't. It started off okay, and then we gave it back. So we went Kavana. Here is where we got in. So we broke highs here, rode that up, took some profits, added the position, took some more profits, and then we added at the top. And as it pulled back, we got out. And then it moved into a halt, so it's going up. We've got volatility there. I'm thinking, great. So as we get in there, it moves up and then pulls back. So we get in for the break of $19, pulls back, we get stopped out. It then bounces at kind of 18.20, almost a VWAP area, $18, 18.10. Then it moves back up. So we get back in. We add to the position on the way up. We take a little bit of profit and a little bit more profit. And then as we break 1950, we add to the position and it comes back down. And we get stopped out here. So we ended up giving back more than we've made with Kavana. So the bit choppy for us was Kavana. We traded 10x Therapeutics, and 10x Therapeutics didn't go very well for us either. So 10x Therapeutics pre-market, it moved up and then it came back below the V, and every time it hit the VWAP, it faded. It was a classic VWAP fade, and I just obviously wasn't at it myself today. Otherwise, I should have been paying attention to this, hit the VWAP fade, hit the VWAP. Instead, I got in here for the break of the VWAP, for the break of 450, the $0.50. And I thought, okay, we'll look to make moves up. We'll get in an increase in volume. And then it pulled back, and we lost on that. We find ourselves $850 down on 10x Therapeutics. And then we took a needless trade on Bed Bath & Beyond. Well, this was Bed Bath & Beyond. Here we took a trade, and you can see that we got a spike to the downside where I took the trade. And then we were looking for places to get out. So we just started unloading shares methodically. As it started to make a move up, I thought we might actually make a profit on this. And then it didn't. We got out for even a few thousand shares. And then as it started to sell off, we got out for the rest in dribs and drabs. So Bed Bath & Beyond was terrifying. Coming into the open, it made my mindset all wrong, and I couldn't get off it. So I had to go away from the desk. I had to make a cup of tea, and have some chocolate, whatever I could, just to kind of de-stressify. And this is the problem with trading, is you're always going to have these stressful moments. And then we got into, I think that's when we traded Genius and Kavana again. We lost on that. Then we traded a firm group. So a firm was moving up, as you can see here from this chart. A firm group started moving up quite nicely and hit the scanners. It pulled back all the way to the VWAP, started continuing to move up, and then we got in here on this candle as it broke new highs. And then we were able to ride that up. We got out pretty much at the top. We made a little over $1,000 on a firm. So that was kind of the road to redemption. And then Lucy took over, which ended up being one of the biggest movers on the day. So it's innovative eyewear. innovative eyewear. What actually happens, they got a news catalyst dropped of a distribution agreement with Tech Wearables, and it's just moved up kind of wonderfully here. So we were able to it's first halt, second halt, gap up, and then we were able to we wait for a pullback on the resumption here, move up, wait for the pullback, and then as we made new highs, we got in. It pulled back again. We added to our position on the bounce of the VWAP, and then it just moved up. Took some profits along the way, added to our position up here, and then put a stop in place, and we got stopped out on this candle. And we made over $7,000, $7,500 on that, and that was innovative eyewear. That got us green on the day. We're a little over $2,500, $3,000 green on the day. We traded Meta as well, so Facebook. That was moving up. So we're just scalping at this stage. We're just in and out, scalping, get in, get profitable, set a stop. So as this moved up, we got in, and here put a stop in place, got stopped out. Well, took some profits and then put the stop in place and got stopped out here. So that was Facebook, or Meta as it's now known. Had good earnings yesterday. Was moving up really nicely. I made profits on this after hours yesterday after the earnings call on the small account, and quite frankly, at this stage I'm kind of thinking I'm getting back into my mojo. I'm getting back into the swing of things. But that's when I took a walk. I thought I'm getting calmer, but I'm not going to be trading anymore. What I'll do is I'm green. I'm just going to take the dog for a walk, and that's what I did. So it was a couple of hours later. I came back, had some dinner, and then it was after lunch. And this is where I traded it on the small account, Vino. So I traded this on the small account here, and then I was able to get in here and take a little bit of profit up here with the kind of devil horns, if you will. And then it started to pull back, but I carried on watching it. I had carried on watching it, and then when they started to make back above the VWAP, made new highs over $3, we were able to take bigger size and get in here and ride this all the way up there, and then we was able to when it came back down, get in again and ride this all the way up. This was stir-stepping all the way up. This was a beautiful move, and we were able to just put a stop in place. We had a 20-cent stop in place, and then we got stopped out here. Adding to the position, taking back, taking profits along the way, with the trailing stop in place, but continue to add to the position. And as it started to make a pullback, I'd take some profits, and with the stop, stop staring all the way up. So it was great just to trade that. After being so nervy earlier in the day and getting into a bad headspace, it was great just to be able to have a good trade and trade that. Then I went back and traded it with the small account again, as it broke $5. So that was how I traded today. So we've had a good day, even though it started badly, even though I frightened the life out of myself by doing something essentially stupid, and I've now taken measures to change my setup on so that I can't make those mistakes. And mistakes can be made, but they can be costly, particularly in trading. I mean, it's not too difficult to make a huge mistake and then blow up your account if you're not paying attention. If that was a particularly volatile stock, I was lucky that it was in a lull. That was a particularly volatile stock, moving to the downside, and I went in long. That kind of size, I could have lost a hell of a lot of money. So what does today look like on the statistics, shall we? Let's have a look. So this is what we're looking at right now. So we started two green days today, this month. Started February well. 2 green days. We if we have a look at February, 2 green days over goal. So we've got 6, just get green, get to goal and get out yesterday. Today, we're almost 3 times goal, actually. We're more than 2.5 times goal. So a really good trading day in the end. And when you think about this, but for that stupid trade with Bed Bath & Beyond, it would have been another 20k day. We're having quite a few of those lately. It seems like the market is hotting up again. So, but for if I hadn't actually taken that Bed Bath & Beyond trade, we would have been at $20,000 again today. So, where does that put us on the month? $22,000. That's essentially where it puts us on the month. The month for February, it's only 2 days in. 60%, 64 to 35. In terms of trade selection, we've got 32 versus 9 against. So 3 to 1 against. So we're not doing too badly as of today. Yesterday was our first day of the month. If we look at what we're like on the year, let's give it a better where we're actually at on the year. We're having we're nearly $200,000 in gross profit already on the year. So we're having a good moment, and long may it continue. With the ratios are really on point. In general, I'm trading really well. In general, I'm making good gains. I'm picking good trades. I'm cutting my losers quick. I'm letting my winners run. So I'm doing everything that I need to be doing, but with momentary lapses. So long may it continue. And tomorrow we'll be doing it again. So last day of the week, 3rd day of the month. An hour before the market opens, so that's 8:30 market time. Come join me then. We'll be trading for a full hour in the pre-market, last hour of the pre-market actually, and then 90 minutes of the regular session. And let's hopefully have another good green day. Hopefully not make some stupid errors. But look, it is what it is. We live to trade another day. And that another day will be tomorrow. Come join me then. See you soon. Spreads are quite big on this, so just be careful. Level 84. Struggling at the $0.50. $0.28. No. 59 is the whole level down. Needs to bounce on the VWAP, the whole dollar there. Break highs, come on. Got a big size on this. What do I think of Mullen? I think you know what I'll think of Mullen. It's a garbage stock. Okay. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we get green on the day? $0.20 trail here. Get $4. For a 33-cent ATR. So the 20 cents actually quite tight in terms of risk. We're up to $4.50 on the unrealized. So we should be good. We're close to getting green if we get over $4. Yeah, we just tapped $4, so that should take us green on the day. That was hard work. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. Halt level 408. And we get into a halt and a gap up. Don't want to halt and a gap down though. But I've got the trailing stop in place anyway, so 408 is a halt level. Got up to 407. Tap 408. Not quite halted. There we go. Stop tape. That's okay. I'll take that every day of the week. 421 is the halt level now. Don't want that. Hey, shut up, Tamimi. We're green. At least we're green again. Well, I say we're green again. I'm actually still in the hole on the net level according to the system. And no doubt I'll be paying more than what the system's showing. Usually am. Halt level 428 now. That's the pullback. Looking for a continuation. Let this consolidate a little bit. Let's see if I've got anything left. I'll see. Not been an easy ride, I'll give it that much. Alt level 450. Kind of conscious that these spreads are a little bit as well. I have day 32. Looking for test of 40. We're at 20, so we're looking for 40. It's 32, new high of day. Struggling up there, the $half net, $half area. High of day currently 40. Just tapped it again. I'll put a 10, stop 10 cents above my entry, so if it continues I can move this up manually now. I'll give it much as it needs. Free trade, I've got an extra 500 bucks here at least. This is my actual account, Rex. I got stopped out. Just switched over from the small account. We're bounce at the $quarter, maybe at the $3. Add it 3. Back off. Partial fill. Oh, I don't know. For 250, 350. I should get 25 cents on this.
It is still okay.
High. There we go.
You know, I find
Looking for 350, that's 46 on the ask. There we go. There we go. Let's half that off.
then you used to have your school and to print.
Oh, no, break even. Okay, so 2600. Let's have a quick look at what I did on the small account. 650. Five, 6, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 39. There we go. Stop it instead. There we go. A little bit of wiggle. I have day now 57. Got stop date on that candle. Yep, I'm glad I put a 20-cent stop in place. I've been stopped out already. I have day 66. 75 high of day.